All right, today we're going to learn 4 new shapes and do some more isometric drawing practice. So here's our first shape. This is the front view, right view, and top view. So isometrically we're going to draw it like this. Okay, we can see that it's 3 cubes up and down. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 cubes across. And we remember that it's 2 dots per cube, so that means our line here is going to be 6 dots, our line here is going to be 6 dots. Here is only going to be 2 dots because that's only 1 cube. Here is only going to be 4 dots because we don't want to go all the way through there. We're going to stop at this point. So we're going to come back 4 dots, we're going to go up 4 dots, and then that's going to be 2 to make this front view shape. Then we'll go in and put in our top views and our right views. So we're going to start off first with our front view. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is make this time I think it's going to be easier if I start at the back and work my way forward, kind of go around instead of starting at the front and working my way back. So I'm going to start at the back and work forward here. So my first line here is going to be 6 dots. Put a number 1. It's going to be 6 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's this edge here. Okay, so now I'm going to put in this edge. Remember, it doesn't go across horizontally, it goes down diagonal, and that's going to be 6 dots also. Now another thing to remember is when you do 6 dots, you're touching 7 because this first dot here is 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots. All right, so now we're going to do this edge, which is going to come up, straight up 2, and then up and diagonal 4 to do that edge. So from here we're going to go up 2, and then up and diagonal 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've gotten to here. Now we're going to go here and then finish off our front face. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it. There's the front face of this block. So the next thing I'm going to do is put in my top view, which is going to be this square and then this rectangle down here. You notice that down here it's going to be 4 dots long this way and 2 dots that way. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is put in this top view. So starting at this corner, 2 dots there, go to this corner, 2 dots there, and then join them together. Okay, so now I've put in this face right here. Next, I'm going to put in this face. Now, a lot of times people forget to draw this line in here, but since there's a right view here and a top view here, we want to make sure that we put that line in there to separate our right view from our top view. So this edge is the one we need to put in, and as you can see, that's 2 cubes, so that's going to be 4 dots. And then this edge also is 2 cubes and 4 dots. So from here, we're going to go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then join them together there. And then, as I said, this is the line that people often forget, but you need to have a line there because this part is a right view and this part is a top view. And we want to make sure we separate those with a line. Okay, so the next part we're going to do is just finish off this face here. 2 dots and 2 dots. And then I'm going to go in and shade them. We're going to get into some more complicated shapes today, so definitely want to suggest that you get in the habit of shading your views. I like to do the front dark, the top kind of a medium, and then I leave the right side alone. And there you have it. There is our block. All right. Next, for problem 2, we're going to get a little bit more complex. We're going to do this shape right here. Kind of like almost like a capital letter U. We're going to draw it. This is going to be our front face. So we're going to have our isometric at this angle right here. It's actually going to be a little bit more like this. Like that. That's what it's going to look like. Now notice that this face here is this top face right here is only going to show up as a triangle. Notice how it gets cut off. This back part is not visible when we have it at the isometric angle here. So that face right there is only going to be a triangle. And this is going to be one of those cases where getting in the habit of shading is definitely going to help you see that part right there. Otherwise, it's easy to get confused. Okay, but we're going to focus on our front face here. All right, so notice 4 dots back here, 4 dots up here. The bottom's going to be 6 dots, and then all these edges are going to be 2 dots each. All right, so we're going to start here at the back. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I did that wrong. That side's only supposed to be 4. That's why I suggest using an eraser. This is the edge that's supposed to be 6 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to put in this edge right here. That's 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I'm going to go in and make this jagged kind of shape here. 2 dots for each line. So starting back here, we're going to come down 2 dots. Straight down 2 dots, diagonal down 2 dots, straight up 2 dots, and then finish it off. So there's our front view. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and put in my top view. So I have a top view here, I have a top view here, and I have a top view here. So I'm going to put my top view on this block. Each of the lines are 2 dots. And then I'm going to put my top view on this block. So there's where we're at so far. Now if you look carefully, okay, here's what it looks like at the isometric view. So this top view is only going to be a triangle. I'm going to have a line here and a line here, and it's going to make a triangle. And then this right view here actually touches the edge of this block, this front view up here. All right, so that's where people tend to get confused here. So I'm going to go straight down here. And then put a diagonal here. And you can see that made my top view, and it also filled in that right view here. So I did this right view and then that top view right there. Now I'm going to finish it off with this and this line right here. So from this corner here, I'm going to go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Join them together. And there you have the block. Now this is where, one of those instances where I would strongly suggest the shading because I think it'll help you picture your shape a lot easier. So I'm going to shade mine in. There's my front view. And my top view. And then my right view I leave undone. So I think you can see that that makes it come into view much easier. All right. So here are your challenges for problems 3 and 4. This is going to be the block for problem 3. Now you may want to make this using the linking cubes that you should have picked up from class. So notice it's 5 blocks here in the middle, 1 on each side of the top, 1 on each side of the bottom. It's a capital letter I. 5 blocks tall, 3 blocks wide. This is going to be your front face. So it's going to look like this when you draw it. Make sure you give yourself plenty of room because it's kind of long. So it's going to look like that. Okay? Your other block this is going to be the front face here. So kind of show you a few different views. This is what it's going to look like. This is for number 4. Like this. Okay, here's the front view, top view, right view. See how it's made? All right, we've got 2 blocks here, side by side, 2 blocks here, stacked up on top of each other, and then a block joining the two together. So I would strongly suggest that you make this block with your linking cubes that you should have picked up from me in your class materials. Make the block, and then when you look at the block, that should help you draw it. But this is basically what it's going to look like right here. All right, so problems 3, this is number 3, this is number 4. I'm not going to take you through these step by step. We've had 6 practice problems, so now this is going to be some independent practice for you. Just make sure that you complete them and turn in the picture of them when you are done. Remember that this is the front, this is the top, so it should go like this. This is the isometric view, right there. Right there. Okay.